There is some juicy drama happening with Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, really?
Wait, no, she's America's sweetheart. Don't tell me anything else.
I thought you liked being counterculture, like hating, what, fuck.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Okay, yeah, but okay. Here's
They dress the same.
But she's a comedian, so that's why you gotta protect her.
No.
Oh!
You just the same.
They love cardigans.
Here's my take on Ellen. It's now become cool to hate on Ellen, and so I love Ellen.
Oh my god.
Oh, because she's friends with war criminal George Bush?
I'm
That's when I started liking her.
I'm trying to stay updated on my edgelordian status.
So what happened?
Okay,
I can't believe it.
I do love
For
Ellen.
many years, there have been like some underground rumors that
She's
she's
lesbian?
a bitch.
Oh,
She's a bitch.
Yeah, like she's mean. She's rude. Like she's just not kind.
We all have that side of us.
Of course, yes.
If you run your own show, don't you kind of have to be to kind of run a type ship?
You should have to be exactly who you portray yourself as, Bart.
Oh,
That's kind of the bottom line here.
Yeah.
That a lot of people are feeling.
oh.
Because her whole
There was a
image,
fly on my head.
her whole image is like that.
Be
like,
kind to one another?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how she closes.
ends every single She closes her TV show with like remember to be kind to one another.
She's telling them
Yeah.
so they don't freak out.
She's not talking about
She doesn't
herself.
have to be herself.
Yeah.
She's like, you guys be kind so I can exist.
Yeah.
So I could be mean to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go fuck yourselves for all I care.
Yeah.
Like, be kind to each other while I tell you to go fuck
There's
yourselves.
probably some fat execs at Nike. You know, they're telling you guys go run.
You just do.
You just do
You
it.
just do it. I'm gonna eat.
I'm gonna do cocaine.
I'm gonna spend this money that I just made.
I have heard that rumor before, but same time, it's always from people who are like working some entry level job, maybe at the studio.
They're like, "She's such
and
a
I think people forget that people are people, and you watch people on TV and you're like, this person is a saint. There's no way she'll ever be mad at me for anything. And then you fuck up on like a big thing at work, and then she's yelling at you, and you're like, who is this monster?
It's like, you just fucked up, you idiot.
Yeah, or you forget to read the credits and it says showrunner Ellen DeGeneres, which means she's your fucking boss and she just runs this goddamn show.
And by the way, the most recent, like before this new one came out about Ellen sucking, it was like a transgender tuber.
Oh, she's part of this.
And right, and she was
Nikki
like,
tutorials.
and she was like, Ellen was not that nice. Not that nice. Not that nice is what she
Not
said.
as nice as I wanted her to be.
She was saying that she was a little cold, and then she ended up being, because she's part of the story too, so she got interviewed in like some Dutch TV show, and she was like, oh. Yeah, because she's
They all got wooden shoes and shit.
Like, do you expect Ellen to fucking just dance around you the whole fucking time?
No, well, not even that. She expected like some just basic, like some, you know, being a host, which is, oh, let me go greet my guest before the show. But Ellen didn't.
It doesn't always happen. Like he said, they're human beings.
People are busy.
So then for Nikki's perspective, what she said too was like that she felt very devalued compared to other guests because she's just a YouTuber. And so one example of that was that the nearest bathroom to her dressing room was reserved for the Jonas Brothers. And so she didn't have her like a bathroom for her to use in until like she had to like go way over there. So then she ended up saying in that Dutch talk show that Ellen seemed cold and distant compared to her on-screen personality, and that she ended up complimenting the Dutch TV show for saying like, oh, well, you know, at least you guys said hello to me before this, like we came onto the show. So that was kind of like that, and it was very like mild, right? But then
Sounds like entitlement to me.
You, dude, this chick's kind of cunty about this.
She's like,
I'm sorry, I don't know how else to put it. I guess I could say she's being a dick. You know, that's better.
oh my
True.
god.
Thank you. That was pretty good, actually. That was fucking meta as fuck. but that's what I'm saying. For me, that's not that bad. Look.
Right, that's why I said it's
Some people have
mild.
bad days. I could meet Joji Tsukawa and he's coming out of his car, and for all I know, he broke up with his chick again, and you know he's having a bad day or whatever, and you know he's not the nicest, but he took a picture with me, and I'm like, he
Okay,
wasn't that
Steve,
nice.
I literally have a laundry list of things.
I'm not blaming you.
For you,
I'm talking about these people.
no, for you to try to debunk each one, okay?
Yeah,
Here we go.
okay.
So Kevin T. Porter, he's a comedian, he ended up tweeting this. He said, right now we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. And then smiley face emoji, heart emoji. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to LA Food Bank. So he ended up donating $600.
I'll pay you if you tell me a bad story. How do you even know what's even real or not?
Well, that's the thing. He said that it was impossible to verify the accuracy of all these
It's
stories.
like people are being encouraged to lie so that they could do charity.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a financial incentive to lie?
Yeah.
How weird.
I'm gonna get $2.
Right. So there were 2,000 replies to that thread.
And popularity?
And he said that he ended up donating $600, and he attached a receipt for the 300 stories that people told in his replies. So one of them, by someone named Chris, said, "I worked for at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Parentheses, not that it was on her plate, but that it was on my hand.
Wow.
I had worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning. Almost got me fired."
She had the time to write a letter to the fucking owner? Damn. That's pretty petty.
And I think Ellen even talked about it in one, like her stand-up or something.
Well, yeah, because she's like, hey, everyone thinks I'm the nicest person ever, so now I have to be the nicest person ever to everybody at all times. Like, that was part of, I think, her bit, right?
Maybe, yeah, I didn't.
And so she's like, yeah, I can't have a bad day. I can't fuck up around anybody.
She's become a victim of her own branding.
And-
I mean, I feel like every talk show host is a victim of their own branding.
Right.
It's like they have to play that part all the time in any sort of public setting.
you think?
Oh, Ellen didn't say
exhausting.
it in a stand-up. It was Chris who said it. So she's a comedian. Anyway, that's that story. Another story. This one is by this girl named Danielle. She says, when I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away with to a random person with $500 attached at the bottom.
And that's mean.
What?
That's mean.
I don't get it.
That's
what did she
mean.
do?
So yeah, like
So she made that prop. She worked hard.
hard on it.
So she wanted Ellen to just leave it in her living room and be proud of it?
She didn't keep it.
forever.
She didn't keep it forever.
Yeah.
And by the way, it looks more like the Joker than fucking Ellen. Get over yourself.
This person named Benjamin, he is a writer.
It all sounds
in
like
the industry.
entitlement to me.
Yeah, and the show's so big that she probably didn't even make the call, right? She got it, and then somebody was like, the producer was like, "This is hilarious.
There's
we gotta give
so
it away."
many other people
True, it
making
might
the
not be
call.
Ellen.
She probably never even saw it before she gave it away.
Yeah.
What a cunt. She didn't keep the bust. Nelson, are you listening to these things?
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you the ones from this TV writer. So he listed off 6 stories. His name is Benjamin. So the first one says, A, she has a sensitive nose. So everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her. And if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower.
I can relate to her. I have a very sensitive nose. I can smell the fuck out of people.
And sometimes people are overly smelly, and so you have to make a rule for everybody because of one person.
Yep.
True.
And sometimes people don't know how to take a shower or wash their clothes.
True.
Or their sheets.
Or both.
And you have to pull them to the side and ask them how to groom, if they know how to groom and do all that
But
stuff.
then you have to say to everybody, hey, shouldn't everybody needs to clean themselves, but really I'm talking about one person
Yep.
because everyone else kind of does.
The second story.
Sounds like a personal experience of yours.
It's just stories I've heard.
Just generally, you know?
Oh, I see.
Working in corporate America.
Yep.
Push that button. I'm not trying to push that button. Okay. Second story. B. A new staff member was told, every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They don't believe it, or they didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true.
What? Give me an example. Some of this stuff sucks ass.
Yeah, there's like, I don't even, yeah.
Not you, Tiff. You're fine.
But I also, a part of me is like, duh, motherfucker, she's a boss. She runs shit. She's
Yeah, but you can't treat people like that.
We treat people like what though? That's what I'm trying to understand.
I'm just trying to say, like, treat people like they're your pets. Like, it's just, even
But
though
there's
you're
no
so-
proof.
That's what we're trying to get. It's like, I want to get these details of this pet treatment because sometimes like, I feel like people are just making themselves the victim because they see themselves as the pet without knowing what's, like, for example, like, I don't know about the whole server situation, but I know people like Ellen or like The Rock, they roll in big ass operations, right? So I highly doubt Ellen saw a chipped nail and I'm gonna write this personal letter. It could be Ellen's. Probably she has 6 assistants.
Exactly.
Her main assistant.
Signed Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, her main assistant is probably like, she probably knows Ellen's pet peeves. So Ellen doesn't even say anything. She's just eating. She just leaves, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that person has a chipped nail. I'm gonna write this letter on her behalf."
And by the way, if I'm the person with the chipped nail, I'm not going to tell you the full story of maybe I fucked up on the waters or some shit. I'm just going to say Ellen complained that I had a chipped nail. Like, I'm going to make it sound like it's as one-sided as possible because it's my story and I have one side.
You curate it.
This list is not doing a good job being fair. I can actually do a better job of taking Ellen down, even though I'm defending Ellen so far in this video, because I like to look at both sides of things. So I was looking at this yesterday. Ellen has restarted doing her show. A bunch of her workforce has been in the dark about how they're going to get paid.
Part of this thing.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, so a bunch of her workforce got their pay docked during all of this. Not their fault. There's
60%.
60%, exactly. They all got shut down. And then Ellen hired a non-union crew to shoot her show, which a lot of people are like, yo, that's fucked up. They're like, we live in LA and you should hire a union crew. But then, if you looked at the counter argument to that, the unions won't work during a pandemic because that's unsafe standards for their workers. And so
she
they
was
couldn't
pushed
do
to the
that.
corner.
So she was pushed into hiring a non-union group. So it's just not that good.
Even then, like, if you're the name of the show, you're not the one like calling the financial shots.
No.
Right?
Studio is.
Well, no. She actually produces the show.
She
So
owns the show.
owns it.
She's not just the show.
So it's
the
like
host.
Conan O'Brien or like Jimmy Kimmel. They actually also own the
Yeah, I know, but you also have so many people on the team that handles the finances.
Yeah, no doubt. But
Like you'll clear it.
Like, she's not
But
looking at the spreadsheet or whatever.
Yeah. And they advise you. They're like, here's what it is. Here's what we got. This is what we need to do. And you're like, yeah, sounds
But
good.
to Jimmy Kimmel's credit, he paid out of pocket employee salaries, not 60%. He didn't have the company do it. He paid out of pocket during all this shit because he's like, that's fair. And then his show got restarted, and then he's able to pay his people from that. But like, there are ways to do it. Ellen could have handled that. Ellen makes $60 million a year. Look it up. She makes $60 million a year. Jimmy Kimmel probably doesn't make $60 million a year, and he did that. So
Crazy.
I mean, it sucks to like compare people to somebody else just because the other person did something extra.
And you don't know people's full operations either.
Right, but that's what I just did. I just made the argument for why you could shit on Ellen.
Yeah.
The like, Ellen was mean to me in the dressing room, or like by not saying much, and I don't have an example for how she was actually mean to me. I just say she's being mean to me. Is not that mean.
Yeah, there's just no examples. You're just saying she's mean.
If this was like a Bill Cosby thing, I would have been like, oh yeah, fuck her.
Yeah. That makes it easy.
Yeah.
The last thing of this whole Ellen thing is that people are really upset with her based off of these comments.
Nice garden.
Learned from being in quarantine is that people this is like being in jail is what it is. It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone in here is gay. The jokes that I have.
That's a joke.
Yeah, the whole thing was a bit. What?
It's like jail because everyone's gay. You're wearing the same clothes.
But then everyone's pissed because she lives in a mansion, right?
In a $40 million rent.
so
But
she's
that's
like,
part
it's
of the
jail.
bit.
Right. So but that entire bit is just set up for her to talk about her clothes and how everyone's gay in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke. And she even laughed at her own joke.
Right. It's not Gal Gadot in her mansion being like, imagine there's no money or anything. That's actually fucked up.
That's true. That's true.
But do people not understand irony or like satire or like it just goes over people's heads?
They read the headline, brother, and then they move on. They don't go any deeper. They probably don't even know about the fucking, or the people that know about the Ellen union thing probably only know that. They don't know that they literally can't hire union people because of safety standards. Like, that's what's fucked up about our world is everyone just takes their partisan angle on everything. They don't try to look into what the other side thinks.
Maybe they have Asperger's and not me.
Why not both?
Why not both?